morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm on the Gold Mine Loop Trail here in the Smokies, and it says it's only 3 miles to do the loop on all trails, but I'm going to extend it a little bit, maybe head up Forney Creek and see if I can make it back to campsite 71 where I had camped with 2 friends a couple weeks ago, and just explore the area a little bit. But I believe right behind me, that's the tunnel that I wanted to see. I didn't realize it was this close to the trailhead, the Road to Nowhere tunnel. So I'm gonna check it out and do some exploring in the area and bring you guys everything I can. So stay with me. It's gonna be fun. Look at this guy being so still. I didn't even notice him. It's a little bit cool. So maybe he needs to warm up a little bit more. I'm gonna leave him be. So here it is, folks. Here's the tunnel. Road to Nowhere tunnel. That is kind of cool. They said that this trail might close down. That's what I heard from a couple at campsite 71 on the Forney Creek Trail a couple weeks ago. I guess because the tunnel's not structurally safe, as it's pretty old. I don't know when it was made, but there's a trail that goes up there. But save your tears, it says up at the top. But yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool. I wanted to see it, especially if they're going to close this trail down. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they said. So I had to see it. Let's go through the long, dark tunnel. Doesn't look like it's in bad shape to me. Getting echo in here. That is cool, man. It's a pretty long tunnel, too. It's a couple 100 feet long. Got enough ambient light. Although, can't really see the ground. Maybe I might want a light. I don't know. It's a pitfall or something around here. You can see the ground a little bit. You can see my feet. Should I record this whole segment? Dark in here. Already made a little bit. Man, looks like rock walls. That is cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, we weren't gonna do it, but I mean, we wanted to go and do it on that camping trip at Forney Creek, Forney Ridge. We wanted to come down here when we heard it wasn't that far away, but we didn't have time. So I knew I'd be coming back. I didn't know I'd be coming back this soon, but I really am wanting to tick off some of these hikes off my list this summer, because this is the summer I make up for a lot of trips that didn't happen last year because of COVID. Even though I still hiked a lot last year, I wanted to make up for some of the things I didn't do last year by getting out more this year and showing it to you guys. Appreciate you guys going with me for these journeys. It's always a pleasure. I got some big trips coming up. September, I'm hoping to do the remaining 108 miles of the AT, starting at the approach trail to Springer Mountain at Amicalola Falls, going up to Winding Stair Gap, Highway 64 in Franklin, North Carolina. If everything works out well, that trip's going to happen. But I got trips that I'm going to be doing up until then, keep myself in shape for it, because they say the Georgia section of the AT is one of the hardest as far as elevation gain per mile. That's what I've heard from some thru hikers I met. They all say it's very difficult. But I say once I complete that 108 mile trip, I will have the whole Appalachian Trail hiked from Springer Mountain, Georgia, up to Fox Creek, Virginia, at Grayson Highlands. That's 511 miles? Yeah, it's about 511 miles. So here we're coming out to some light, nice graffiti. Crazy, the history. This thing's been here a while. All right, folks, I'm not going to kill too much battery here on one segment because I got a lot more to show you. So hang in there. We're going to see it together. So I'm just hiking along here on the Forney Creek Trail now, heading back to campsite 71. It's buggy out as it was during that trip as well. And it's humid too. I've gone up a little bit in elevation, the trail a little bit windy and has little hill climbs, but nothing that dramatic. It's not hard. I'm making great progress. 3.4 miles in 1 hour 13 minutes. So I'm sitting here walking along with my thoughts. I'm just curious. I thought I'd ask if any of you have gone hiking alone, or backpacking alone for that matter. And if so, what do you think are some of the rewards of solitude on the trail? I mean, some people might not like hiking alone because they might get lonely. They like the camaraderie of others with them. They like having someone to talk to. Me, I talk to you guys. I'm just kidding. I talk to myself a little bit too. But I mean, I just have a lot of time to think, and it clears the head. You know, being in nature is very rewarding. It's better than walking in the city. I mean, you get away from all the distractions of civilized life and all the noises of cars, and still hear planes flying overhead, but that's minor. But for me, I like being with others, being with my group. I mean, there's several of us. When we go backpacking, we don't usually go on day hikes, you know. I only get one weekend off as the rotation goes around in my job, where I can hike with those guys because they're off on weekends. But I mean, I enjoy that experience. It's great, you know. But when I'm by myself, I enjoy it just as much, believe it or not. I mean, because I get to challenge myself, set my own limits, my own goals. Whether it's a day hike or backpacking, is just as rewarding to me, you know, because I don't have to worry about waiting for others or anything like that, you know. I could just gather my thoughts and, you know, do what I want to do. Have the freedom to do what I want to do. And that's what I enjoy about it. I was wondering how you guys feel about it. So maybe post a comment, tell me what you think. If you prefer backpacking in groups, or day hiking in groups for that matter, or is solitude your thing? Or do you feel that both are just as rewarding as I do? But they both have their benefits. So anyway, let me know. I'd be curious to find out your answers. Well, one final word on that subject matter I was just talking about. If I had to wait for someone to go with me, I probably wouldn't go out very often, because like I said, those guys are only off on weekends among my hiking, backpacking friends, and I have different days off every week. So I moved here for the express reason of hiking, to enjoy all the trails that are in this area. So I'm gonna get out no matter what. I'm not gonna wait for someone. I'm not gonna seek permission or anything like that. I mean, you're never going to do it if you don't find the independence to just get out and do it. I mean, you know, start off with day hikes and make the transition, you know. Just a word of encouragement, you know, that's the way I am. Even when I lived up north, I had to get out on my own because I didn't have somebody to go with me all the time. So, anyway, I just wanted to add that little bit. And you see that I do this sort of a thing often if you see all the videos I have on my channel. I've been doing it for years, and I'll do it alone or I'll do it with others. But either way, I'm going to get out and do it because this is what I love to do. This is what gives me fulfillment and satisfaction in life, is getting outside, enjoying the outdoors. I mean, I could do mountain biking or anything outdoors and just have a great time, but hiking is my favorite pastime. If I can't backpack because of time constraints, I'm gonna still find a way to get out on a day hike. Hell, I've even gone out in the rain. Check out this creek. Stream, rather. Yeah, see, this is what it's all about. So, anyway, I'm gonna walk along here and I'll be talking to you in a bit. All right, back at campsite 71. It was 5 miles from the trailhead at the tunnel off the Gold Mine Loop Trail. You take Forney Creek Trail back up. 5 miles, 1 hour 49 minutes moving time. That was my time. There's where we were on the creek. Sean was camped over here. That's where he had his tent right there. This campsite is closed now, by the way, because people, if you didn't notice the sign earlier in the video, people have left trash here and it's brought some bears in, so they've become aggressive. So they've closed the campsite. So please don't do that. If you choose to camp and recreate in the outdoors, please do it responsibly and don't leave any trash behind. Leave no trace. Pack everything out that you bring in, because garbage kills bears, as they say. And Hank had his hammock right here. There was a kitchen. Over here is the bear cables. Hopefully they open this back up. I mean, yeah, it's lower elevation and it gets buggy, but you know what? It's still a nice campsite. I had my tent right over here. Looks like the flowers have really blossomed since then, or at least more so than I remember. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break here and head back the way I came. I might make a loop around using the Forney Creek Trail that loops around the campsite 74 and takes you back the way you come, the way I came anyway. So I'm gonna take a break right here and enjoy a couple snacks. So I'll be talking to you in a bit. Who the hell does that? It's like, you got a friggin' army under that? That's ridiculous, man. It's like a Roman army encampment. Brought everything but the kitchen sink. Alright, heading back through the tunnel. You can see I have people coming towards me. It's a little bit more lit up in here now, since it's later in the day, around 2 o'clock. But I'm going to wrap this hike up here in just a minute or two.